Happy Halloween. It was years before I realized what a frightening person I am. And you'll probably agree. But anyway, I was born in a little tiny town where way off in the, you might call the wilds.
Hi out there, folks. This is my artificial bat. It hangs around my neck.
And he is a frightening person too.
Oh, tell me about
Which
it.
you will agree when we discuss more of his.
Wait a minute. See now, this is the only day out of the year that I actually get to drink this orange drink, and nobody can say anything about it. So.
Oh yeah? We won't say anything about it.
What's stuff?
Anyway, I was raised, and everybody kind of had their crazy relative. They'd go off to if they got to ranting and raving too bad and threatened to kill a family, why they would send him off up to the nut house. I was very familiar with the state nut house when I was little, growing up. And everybody, had their...
You mean you were living there, or they sent you there?
Yes, I was there.
Or you just visited
and,
your relatives?
I had an uncle who was absolutely fascinating, who talked to the spirits.
Is this the one that lived in the trees?
Out in the trees, yes.
Lived in the trees.
And I would hear him out there,
okay.
but every once in a while he'd get violent, and we'd have to...
chop his tree down.
They'd have to take him off for a few months.
Chop his tree down and send him back up to a different tree house.
Oh, and I remember on Halloween, there was a lady up the street. She, when she would get the axe out and start threatening her ex-husband, who lived on the other end of town, then they'd say, we're just going to have to take her and put her in the... I guess it's time for a trip up north to the nut house.
Going a little berserk there.
Swinging that axe again. So, but anyway, the kids just loved.
She didn't run amok though, did she?
Going to her house. Her house was kind of like haunted because it wasn't finished. She lived way in the back. She couldn't afford, and nobody, would marry her or get too close to her for very long, and so. They just loved to go kind of do Halloween things. So my sister sneaked up on her porch, and she was doing some kind of Halloween thing to her house, and the lady jumped up, ran over, and slapped my sister. Oh, she nearly died of fright. She said, never again did I go on Halloween to her house. So anyway,
people are sick up in that part of the country. Look,
every family,
they don't like you, so.
And, they explored the depths of insanity there. Most people don't ever get the chance to do that.
I don't think they explore them. I believe there's a different word for that.
They talk to spirits, that was fascinating to me, that it's talking to spirits, and I thought, I want to talk to spirits. That just really sounds fun. And so I aspired to do that, and I just kept thinking about this uncle, and I thought, well, now how does he do that? Well, I don't want to visit a nut house. They'll think I'm crazy, so I'm gonna.
Why didn't you climb the tree?
He'd talk.
I mean, he's sitting up there on the limb,
He
right?
would talk. I mean, he wouldn't even keep it quiet. Everybody could hear him. So I thought, my grandmother, his mother, she whispered to him. You'd kind of get closer, and she'd be going, and and I assumed she was talking to spirits, but she was whispering to them.
But she might have had a lisp. She might have had a lisp,
Well. Whispering to him, and he talked out loud to them. He'd be in the sun. He probably thought, to heck with this whispering. I'm going to talk out loud. And then I thought, well, they didn't do too. I mean, I don't want to spend the rest of my life in the locked up, so I'm going to write. So I started writing. And then nobody would really know what I was doing. Well, now, do you think that this constitutes insanity? Do you think that constitutes insanity? I did fill journals And then I would disguise the handwriting so people couldn't see, they couldn't tell what I was writing. Because they might detect.
That explains the ability
Nobody can read my writing.
to make shorthand look intelligible. I can read shorthand better than your handwriting.
Well, you have to disguise. I mean, there's always the chance that you would get picked up and taken to the, And so I disguised it so people would not know. So nobody really knew that I was talking to the spirits all the time. Now, do you think that's insane or what? I was having a lot of fun. I mean, I think I learned how but I found out later on, when I got older, that I wasn't careful enough. I sort of let somebody in college see a little bit abnormal behavior. So they decided to send me to the psychiatrist. Well, folks, to make a long story short, it only took him 2 seconds, or maybe 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes, I'm sure, to realize that I needed to be locked up. So he did it. And, I had escaped until I was
This is
20.
why I keep all of the cutlery hidden away.
Yeah, right.
I do not have a gun on the premises.
But guess what?
Gee.
All the rest of them, I guess, I found out that they'd probably gone up there and got the electric shocked. So then they would behave themselves when they got home, after you have been thoroughly
big in the old days,
shocked.
right?
Yeah, that was real big.
It's
They no longer...
Get a prefrontal lobotomy. They get the knitting needles, stick them underneath your eyelids, shove them up under there, and then just...
Believe me, don't I know it? There was another lady in our town who
was... What do you mean, don't you know it?
Her
you
farm...
got a prefrontal lobotomy, I don't know about it.
Well, I know. Her farm of... She keeps saying, I need a lobotomy, I need a lobotomy. We all tried to talk her out of it. Oh, you don't want a lobotomy. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, yes, I do. I'm depressed and I need a lobotomy. And, and finally, the doctor of lobotomy we had a really good one. He gave her a lobotomy. And she was happy for a while.
You tend to start with an F, did it? Like in Frankenstein or something like that.
Well, but guess what? She decided that lobotomy wasn't deep enough. It didn't go in, and so she started saying, I need another one. And I'd say, oh my God, you'll ruin your brain. I mean, you're taking, and she, I don't care. I am so depressed. I have got to have another one. Folks, she found the doctor of lobotomy, and he was talked into giving her another one.
So what?
2 lobotomies she had.
Now wait a minute.
But I didn't want lobotomies.
Yeah, but see, somebody's got to pay for this, right?
Right.
And if nobody's paying for it, she don't get it. Get it?
Right. Well, she got it. She was even willing to pay for it.
You don't get it if you don't pay for it.
But so we had all kinds of eccentrics in my town. Now she was the lobotomy lady, and so me, I got fame early because I was in the nut house. I managed to get out without getting electric shock, but you can't imagine what I did.
Yeah, but how old were you?
So guess what, people?
How old were you?
I was 20. Guess what, people? I did the most bizarre thing that you have ever heard of to get out of it, to keep him from giving it to me. So guess what? My mental illness has never been treated.
Yes, but
I have never been shocked.
I've been shocked.
I've never been
from you.
I am still as mad as a hatter. I'm still insane.
Am I supposed to argue this point?
No.
Hey, folks, it's Halloween.
No. And I've escaped.
Don't I look like a pumpkin?
And they did catch me again a couple of years later and locked me up again. But I got out before they could zap me. Mm-hmm. And so, and after that, I stayed away from anybody.
You have been on the run all
Yeah, I have. I've been on the run. I've been on the run. So they can't catch me. So that is my claim to fame, as I have escaped the men in white